Brooklyn streets where they could see me at. Where it's never easy at, that's the borough we be at. Real hitters keep the strap for any type of beef or spat. Make your head tilt back like Ed a BC hat. That's where we gon' leave you at, make them take a leaky nap. Anytime that we attack, you don't want a piece of that. That thug mentality can be an aphrodisiac. But you're doing too much, homie, please relax. Don't make this animal damage you, animal banish. You handle you flammable like a match. You do what can to do with words. I'll be your man if you plan to do any anamical act against the intangible. You must be sniffing albino. Realize I'm a G, you just Joe. Realize that's Mike, but not Dino. Samoye, not Wino.
This is for the G's and this is for the hustlers. This is for the hustlers, now back to the G's. This is for the G's and this is for the hustlers. This is for the hustlers, now back to the G's. Freeze. At ease. Now let me drop some more of them keys.
What's up, everybody? This is Ced for CedItUp Production, another edition of G's and Hustlers. And actually, we're gonna take a little break for today's show because we got a lot of things set up for. I guess we have some things set up for Thursday, which is tomorrow, and Saturday. So we decided we didn't want to overdo it and overdo ourselves with the shows and things like that. So with that being said, we're going to be back on our regular G's and Hustlers show starting next Wednesday, same time, 8 o'clock Central, 9 Eastern. Like I said, we got so much stuff going on. We just had to take a back seat for today's shows because we got two shows. That's two shows. I got my solo show tomorrow, which I'll be having on Jason Price, which is Quentin Benson's brother. We had him on a couple of weeks ago. Talking about growing up in the garden, playing basketball and things like that. So we got his brother that's going to join me tomorrow, and our first show Saturday will be the first show of After Dark. After Dark. It'll be the first show. It'll be the first G's and Hustlers After Dark, where we have a special guest. Will be Azalea Hill. She'll be joining us. That show will start at 10 Central, 11 Eastern. Now, this is a show that you definitely want to come in the beginning to the end, because after that show is over, that show will be deleted because it's grown folks talking. You know what I'm saying? It's grown folks talk. So we don't want nobody get in no kind of trouble or anything like that. So after that show, soon as the show is over with, we're gonna delete it. Delete it straight off the press or whatever. So that being said, you definitely want to come in on that one. Like I said, that show will be Saturday starting at 10 Central, 11 Eastern. And before I get into that, we want to give from Jesus Hustle. We want to give our condolences to one of our friend that passed away. I want to say, I think yesterday. Greedy passed away yesterday, untimely death. You know what I'm saying? So we give our condolences to the friends and family of his family and friends. We send our condolences. What's up, Jermaine? Glad you joined us. As I stated before, we on Jesus and Hustle today, we took a backseat for today because we got so much stuff going on right now with shows that I'm doing tomorrow with Jason Price, which is Quentin Benson's brother, and this Saturday, starting at 10 Central, 11 Eastern, where we have Azalea Hill on for the first show of Jesus and Hustlers After Dark. So you definitely want to tune in for that. Like I said before, after that show is over, after that show is completely over, that show will be deleted. So it's gonna be a whole bunch of shit talking going on there. So we don't want anybody to get in no kind of trouble. And also, you could call in. I have my number up there. So if you guys want to chime in and talk your stuff, whatever, definitely want to chime in on that. And actually, next week on Jesus and Hustler, we have a special guest. I just got notification from my partner Lil Al that Lottie was going to be on. She will be joining us next Wednesday on our regular time, which, like I said, is going to be 8 Central, 9 East. I got to get these times because we changed the time, so I'm trying to get everything straightened out with that. So she'll be on next week, and also I got another show next Thursday, and it's gonna be a special show because this one gonna be. I got my classmate, childhood friend Donald Barnes gonna be on here. I had saw him a couple of days ago, and he went live and talked about his 30 years of marriage. So I was gonna bring him on. I was gonna bring him do a show with him to talk about that. You know what I'm saying? And I also was going to plan on bringing on my wife as well to talk about couples thing. You know what I'm saying? How the marriage life and things like that. You know, just talk about things that couples do. You know how to keep things going. What was the everything ain't peaches and cream. You know what I'm saying? Everybody had a downfall because ain't no marriage or relationship perfect. So that could be next Thursday. I got to come up with a show name for it, but definitely Donald Barnes and his wife will be joining us to talk about their 30 years of marriage and just break down a lot of things that they went through, the things they had to go through just to keep that marriage tight. Because when I saw his live, he was saying that he tried to prove a lot of people wrong, and that kind of motivated him because a lot of people said he wasn't gonna, wasn't gonna be able to make it because he was too young and stuff like that. And I feel that because I fell in that same category too on my first marriage. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be a lot to talk about. And once again, I'm gonna try to get my wife on because she never really been on a show with me. So I'm gonna try to bring on that show as well. So it'd be like a couples retreat type of thing. You know what I'm saying? So that'll be next Thursday. And that show will be again at 8 Central, 9 Eastern. So you definitely want to join us on that. For the people who just joined in, like I said, this is the Jesus Hustler show right now. But we gave Alan a break or whatever. We try to get things together because we're trying to do this Jesus Hustlers After Dark. Like I said, that'll be this Saturday. With Azalea Hill will be joining us, and we're gonna be talking about some grown folks shit. You know what I'm saying? So you definitely want to tune in for that. Like I said, because after that show is over, it's over. So I just came on here just to talk and let you know what's going on with us, what we got planned, and also we was gonna do talk about health things. If you don't know me, Alan, we both are diabetic, whatever. So we was gonna talk about the symptoms and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That we both go through it and how we dealing with it. And a lot of people out there that's probably dealing with the same thing that we go through. You know what I mean? So, and I'm the type of person that when I see stuff on Facebook, and once you click on anything about diabetes, your whole fucking timeline be full up with shit to take. How you get rid of diabetes and what you do to get your blood sugar low. And I'm sort of like the guinea pig because I try to take any damn thing to try to get off this shit. You know what I'm saying? But ain't no easy quick fix or none of this stuff. So, but thing I was gonna do, and I guess we're gonna do this maybe in about 2 weeks. It's gonna be like a health show or whatever on Jesus and Hustle. And this is one of the things I actually got a couple of. I want to say I know a few people probably know about this. I started using this like about a week and a half ago, and this is called the detox of blood or whatever. This is one of the things I saw on Facebook that I saw that said it could help with the blood pressure and it helps with cleaning out the blood, all the toxins and things like that. So I'm trying this out. So I definitely let you guys know how this is going by the next time I come on the show. I mean, next time we do the show with Jesus Hustlers about health things or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So I'm taking this, it's nothing but a tea. It's a tea with a bunch of herbs in it or whatever. So I'll be definitely taking care of that. What's up, Sante? Glad you could join us. I know that bladder root that works as well. But like I said, I take a lot of stuff. I try a lot of things out and see what actually help. And the crazy thing about that is that when I try these things, when I find something that works, I see something else on Facebook, and then I'm like, let me try that, and I go away from it. Which is dumb. I think with me, because everybody's body is different. With me, what helps me out a lot is apple cider vinegar and lemon. That those two combined, and sometimes that apple cider vinegar is a little tangy. You know what I'm saying? So I usually put a agave in mine to sweeten it up just a little bit. It don't have no sugar in it, whatever. It's the natural flavor from agave. I got a whole bunch of agave. I stock that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't take in honey. I can't do honey because honey got a lot of sugar in it. That shit take my blood. That take my blood level up. Beet juice. Sante said beet juice for blood pressure. What's crazy about the blood pressure is my blood pressure been straight for years. I've been diagnosed with it being a diabetic since I want to say a little bit over 15 years. It just came out of nowhere, you know what I'm saying? And I know what happened. I wasn't drinking no water. When I was staying by myself, when I was living by myself, I didn't have no water in my crib. I had fucking Hawaiian punch and pop. That's all I was drinking, just straight. And I was staying by myself too. So I was just wasn't drinking no water, just straight Hawaiian punch and pop, Sprite. You know what I'm saying? Just straight up. Then that shit just caught up to me. And got diagnosed, like I said, a little bit over 15 years ago, and refused to take the medicine he was giving me, like the metformins and all that shit. I didn't want to take none of that stuff, you know what I'm saying? Because I thought they was bullshitting me. Then it linger on. And then I went down to Atlanta and they was telling me about my A1C and shit like that. I didn't know nothing about the A1C and shit like that because I wasn't going to the doctor no more. But it was like, I don't know how you walking. Your A1C is like a 14. I was like, okay. Like I said, I'm not thinking nothing about it. Like she said, a 14. I'm thinking like that ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? Like 14. They're like, no, that's bad. They want you to be in the range of 5 and under. You know what I'm saying? And I was at a 14. So they like, they don't even know how I'm walking, but I ain't felt only something that I felt was actually going to the bathroom a lot. I was going through the bathroom a lot, like a lot. I didn't even want to travel. And I do a lot of traveling because my job, I do a lot of driving. But when I noticed something was wrong with me, when I had to take myself out, was I was driving for work. I was driving once again. I used the bathroom for I got on the road. 15 minutes later, started driving. 15 minutes later, I had to go to the bathroom. I was like, damn, I just used the bathroom. Stop, get a gas station, use the bathroom again, start driving. About 15, 20 minutes later, had to go to the bathroom again. I was like, what the fuck is going on? But I remember when my guy, Alan told me, man, he said, man, if you go to the bathroom this much time, man, you probably a diabetic. And this before I know anything about diabetic, but I remember him telling me that. So then whilst I went to the bathroom, I swear, within that hour, I think I went to the bathroom maybe like 6 times, It's like every 15 to 20 minutes I was going to the bathroom. So I knew something was going on. So I just went to the doctor and checked myself out. And they was like, I was pre-diabetic. I was like, man, out of here. They just want me to get that medicine or whatever. But lo and behold, I was a diabetic. So I actually didn't take this shit serious until I was down in Atlanta and I was still going to the bathroom a lot. And I started losing a lot of weight because I was try to just like not eat anything, you know what I'm saying? And I had lost a lot of weight. And the point of doing that, my blood sugar was it's crazy. I think my blood sugar went up to like 400. And I didn't want to go to I didn't want to go to the doctor or anything. My wife was like, we need to go. But I was like discombobulated. I was out of it. I was straight out of it. So she kind of talked me into going to the doctor. I went to the doctor. They was like, it's good she got you because if you would have went to bed, I would have woke up. You know what I'm saying? So that from that point on, I started taking it serious, about this whole diabetic thing. So then I started trying to do some research. But like I said, with this thing, man, you see a lot of things on the internet to try to get your money, and you take a lot of supplements and things, and you hear people say this, and you got to find out what your body could tolerate. You know what I mean? What's up, Ant? That's my boy, Ant. And down out there in Ethiopia, man. That's my guy, man. I appreciate you, man. I hope you're doing well down there, bro. Um, yeah, and I told Anthony, about him being down there in the motherland. You know what I'm saying? What's the? Because I know they ain't gonna steal you wrong down there. I don't think they'll steal you wrong down there about certain things that you could take for being a diabetic. Because up here, it's all about money. Up here, down there, I know they probably, it's probably a little bit different. The lifestyle is probably different down there. And I was telling him what if he got let me know what's good for diabetic. But like Sante said, the beet juice for the blood pressure. But back to the blood pressure, I'm knowing I'm all over the place because I really don't supposed to be talking about this right now because I was gonna wait till Al come on, Alan come on for us to talk about that. But we'll talk about, like I said, we'll talk about this get in depth in about another couple of weeks. But the blood pressure thing, I was saying that earlier. My blood pressure been even since I've been diagnosed. My blood pressure always been like 118 over like 80 or 70, like 70 something in the good range. September while I went, my shit was like 150 over something. They was like, "What's wrong?" Like I like nothing. I'm doing the same thing. Ain't nothing, bothering me. So I'm straight. They're like, "Nah, this is the first time it's actually been over. Like it's like 150, 150 over. I think it was like 90 something like that." So they said they'll come back in and they'll check me out and check it again because it probably be anxiety or whatever. Like I've been here before. It ain't never been like that. So they came back in and it went up a little bit more, like 155 or whatever. They said, well, we'll just come back in a couple of weeks and then we'll check it out and see if it went down because it probably just like one of those days or whatever. Like, all right, cool. So 2 weeks later, I went back in and my blood pressure still was at 150. And I actually bought me a monitor and shit. I kept on doing that. And the first thing when you get diagnosed or with anything's going on with your body, you in denial with it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, this shit happened like about a month ago. Denial with the blood pressure. I'm like, man, this some bull stuff. This thing ain't working. You know what I'm saying? You be in denial on these type of things, whatever. What up, Rich? Rich Allen in the building. What's up? My AG All Stars in the building. So when I went back to the doctor and they was like, it's still high. So because they said if it's high when I came back, that it was gonna put me on some blood pressure pills. Here we go with the shit again. They want to give you some more drugs or whatever. So when he was like, okay, we're gonna put you on some I don't know the name of this goddamn pill or whatever. But I was like, I'm not taking no pills. I could do this myself. I ain't tell them that, but I went on here and got the he gave the prescription. I went to go get the prescription, but I knew I wasn't gonna take it because I was like, this came out of nowhere with this high blood pressure stuff. So I was like, I'm gonna just sit on it for a minute. And behold, that's when I got this stuff. Like I said, it's called blood detox or whatever. And not saying it's the solution or anything like that because I'm testing it out because they said they want you to take it for like 90 days or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I got like a bundle of the shit. So blood pressure been up and down or whatever, but I mean, I'm not about to take no blood pressure medicine. I mean, they instantly try to throw that stuff in your face. So not that's just me. I'm not trying to discourage nobody to taking that, the drug that they prescribe or whatever. But I'm not about to do that. I mean, you already got me on insulin, and and I'm not about to keep on taking medicine and shit like that. So, what's up, Jay? Johnny's in the building, and Johnny's give a shout out to Johnny's. Her place had once won the contest. I forgot what the contest was about, but we went out there and voted for you. We got you. We had you. You know what I'm saying? She had won for the second year in a row for, I guess, I want to say the best lounge or bar or whatever it was. Put it in the comments and I could read it off what it actually you won. I was, I'm gonna support regardless what you do. You know what I mean? So yeah, so they tried to put me on the blood pressure medicine, and I decided I wasn't going to take it. I mean, I'm not going to take it. So as I've taken my blood pressure, checking my blood pressure through with the monitor, it's up and down. It hit normal, then it go up. It fluctuate. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I'm not about to take no medicine. I'm not about to take that goddamn blood pressure medicine. Now, only time I probably take it if I take that shit is like in the 200 or whatever. I probably say, okay, I'm gonna just go ahead and take it because I don't want shit to happen like a stroke or anything like that. Because I don't want that to happen. Because they did mention that if your blood pressure don't get, this is the scare tactic they use. If you don't take this, you're capable of having a stroke and things like that. So that part I don't want to go through that shit. So, but I'm not about to take no blood pressure medicine right now. I'm about to just do this shit the natural way, for right now. That's just me, not discouraging anybody else to do, do them or whatever. But I'm not about to keep on taking, medicine and stuff like that. I can't do it. What's up, bro? This is Jay Hendo, Dr. CB. The village, you be off everything after you visit. How you know? You ain't been. The fuck you talking about? You ain't been to the village, you know what I'm saying? No, I get you, bro. And right about now, you don't want to go nowhere out the country because there's so much stuff going on. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you probably won't be able to get back. You know what I'm saying? So I did a Dr. C, and that's why I said it's those things like that. The Dr. CB, I was doing that whole thing when I was in Atlanta. But then once everybody got a whiff for that, because the whole COVID and all that stuff, once people got a whiff for that, everybody started making the CMOS and CMOS gel, CMOS pills, CMOS everything. Everything was CMOS. Every then it just started getting watered down. Then you got a bad batch and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I still take the CMOS, and I don't take it every day though. I used to take it every day, but I don't take it every day. But it's certain things that I take and certain things I ain't gonna touch because anything the doctor prescribed me, only thing I take with the doctor is the insulin. I mean, because I know I need that. Because sometimes I be cheating. I be cheating. You know what I'm saying? Something you've been raised off stuff for so long since you was a kid, like candy. I don't really eat candy that much because I got older, but like sweets and stuff like that, candy and all that other stuff you was raised off of. It's kind of hard. It's like drugs, like cocaine. Well, I don't know. I ain't never had cocaine, but from what you hear people say, it's kind of hard to get off shit. You know what I'm saying? People that's on drugs. Well, but that's how some of this stuff is candy and all this stuff is done, but like legal drugs. You know what I'm saying? That's killing us. Um, okay, Anthony said alkaline food restored the body. Uh, to implement health. Yeah, and but shit, yo, it's hard to find alkaline food here. You know what I'm saying? I mean, where you at, it's probably common down there. But here, you gotta search, and even if you find something that you really like, they're gonna have ingredients up in there that you don't know what the fuck it is. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna put words in there that you ain't gonna know what the hell it is. You know, they can use some big words. You be like, the fuck is that? Okay, but it sounds like it's good for you, you know what I'm saying? So Jay said the moss the way it is good, and I got some. I just got some more sea moss too, so I'm gonna start back on the sea moss tip. Ronald Allen said you need to take Motrin powder, and that's what burlap root, and that's what Shantae said on the roots on the burlap root with that, and that's like I said, those are things. Like I said, I got to. Like I said, I fall into the category of seeing shit online or whatever, and people just trying to make a dollar off you, you know what I'm saying, and push it. Once you hit that button on some supplies or supplements, they're gonna flood you with that shit. It's gonna be real tempting, you know what I'm saying? People get those little drops, say, take this, you squeeze this, you take one drop a day and your blood sugar be blah 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 bullshit, you know what I'm saying? To some people it probably work, and some people, I mean, for me, because one thing is, when you start taking so much stuff, you don't know what's working. It could be working, but you don't know what's working because you're taking so much supplements. You know what I'm saying? So I try to eliminate a lot of stuff and take things one at a time just to see what actually is helping. And like I said, at the end of the day, what actually helped my sugar is, like I said, apple cider vinegar. I don't know what the hell it does to. I don't know if it open up some or get the insulin in me that I had left in me going. I don't know what the hell it is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Jay, my body reacts differently to different stuff. I think the only thing was killing. I can say killing me because I don't want to say that. Only thing that's bothering me now, I think that even with the restaurant food, if I eat restaurant food, is because I don't do the McDonald's stuff like that. Is French fries. French fries for me is that's 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 the main corporate for me. You know what I'm saying? Because fries, I love French fries. If I break down the stuff that I mean for diabetics, I mean the stuff. I mean, if you're not diabetic, the stuff that breaks down to sugar, you'll be you'll be amazed. A lot of things that break down to sugar that could put you in the diabetic stages or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like rice, potatoes, um, grits. You know what I'm saying? Anything white is like bad for you. You know what I'm saying? And those are things that I grew up on. Rice, shit, gravy, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Anything with flour, you know what I'm saying? Ginger is good too. Turmeric, Johnny said turmeric works for me every time, not necessary together. And that's the thing, Johnny. Is what they do is they put all that shit into one. They put the ginger, sea moss, and the turmeric in one supplement. You know what I'm saying? Say take this, you get everything into one. You know what I'm saying? So and then you figure you get everything into one, so you don't need to take that stuff one at a time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, potato is a solid sugar bank. It just those French fries, man. I mean, they and bread. Bread is the number one. It's I think bread and potato are the number one. Is the number one thing that could mess you over real bad and you don't even know it. You know what I'm saying? You want to get herbs from overseas. That's why I was talking to Ronald. That's why I was telling my guys over there. Ant is over there right now. You know what I'm saying? Um, I get supplements from Jamaica. That's what this guy. He's where I got this from. He's from Jamaica. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I was giving this a try. Like I got a 2 month supply to get the 3 months because I wanted to see how it go. I wanted to see how it go, whatever. How it go. So right now it's only been like 10 days, and each bag is goes up to 10 days. You got to put the whole bag up in there and then boil it, and then let it sit for a while, and then you pour it in a container, whatever, and just drink that for like 10 days, whatever. So you definitely got to, well, they say you definitely got, but you got to do that though. And I didn't know how much. I read the labels a lot. I read the labels a lot when I'm buying things like carbs. If you look at a lot of these things with carbs and sugar, if you drinking pop right now, look at the back of that label. Look how much sugar up in there. It's like pop, like 70 some grams of sugar in pop, in most pop. And not Mountain Dew. Yeah, Mountain Dew. Ooh, they got like 80, 80 grams of sugar up in there. Uh, yeah, I would. Johnny said I would do one. I'm sorry, I ain't got my glasses. I don't know why I ain't put my glasses on. It said I would do one in the morning and maybe two together at night when body is at its rest. Yeah, I try that as well. Cause even with the apple cider vinegar, you see those little gummy apple cider vinegars. I figure I could take that because it's like candy. Cause like I said, I don't eat candy, but they make shit like candy, so it gets you going. Like anything that tastes good may be good for you. Anything that tastes good may not be good for you. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm noticing a lot because they made the gummy apple cider vinegar, a gummy sea moss, gummy gel. It's like they watering shit down so much that you don't know what actually is working and what actually is killing you. You know. Now potato vodka is the most healthy. We just said potatoes is bad. That's how you gonna say. Johnny said potato vodka is mostly healthy. Okay, but I don't even drink, and I don't even drink though, so that won't help me. I think if I drink anything, I think I'd be messed up. I don't drink at all. Beets, cucumber are great too. I know the cucumber because that's water. That's like that's like water. And you know what? Watermelon is for diabetics. Watermelon is not good neither. I mean, for me, it raised my sugar. It depends on the day of the week too, because sometimes that watermelon raised my blood sugar as well. You know what I'm saying? So I got the Libre on my arm. I keep that on because that since I got the Libre on, that actually helped me out a lot. So I know where I'm at. So I ain't got to constantly be pricking my hand and figuring out where I'm at with my blood sugar and stuff like that. So once my stuff started going up, like in 170s or whatever, I usually just take my insulin right now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to get off of it, but at some point you figure like, okay, I'm gonna have to just deal with this, deal with it, you know what I'm saying? And just be careful what I take in my body, whatever. Today, my sugar level been straight all day today, though, because I'm trying something different. Because I usually take the Lantus insulin at night. I used to take it at night. That's what the doctor said. Take it at night or whatever. But this week I decided to take it in the morning. That's a long lasting insulin that's supposed to stay in your system for like 24 hours or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I take that in the morning now because I I figure I do most of my moving around and eating during the daytime. Why would I take it at nighttime? I ain't eating, you know what I'm saying? It's just like the insulin probably just be sitting there, you know what I'm saying? So I take my insulin I take that the Lantus at night, and I take the Humalog, that's the fast acting insulin throughout the day when I'm about to eat or whatever. Okay, Johnny said I wouldn't recommend watermelon for diabetes, but watermelon. I mean, I don't want to sound like the stereotype, but I love watermelon. I love watermelon. You know what I'm saying? And with the seeds, because the one with the seeds supposed to be supposed to be the best one, the black seeds or whatever. But you rarely can find that, the black seed watermelon out there in the world now. You know what I'm saying? Shante said, yes, I use the Weight Watcher app and scan the barcode and show how many carbs, etc., in the ingredients. And like I said, I'm addicted to looking at the back of the
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
I ain't even asked for Alexa. She out there talking and shit. But I look at the back of the labels on a lot of these things now because I look at the carb and I'd be amazed to see how much carbs, the stuff that I be eating on a daily, and now we start looking at the carbs and stuff like that. I'm like, damn, I was messing myself up big time. And I try to eat a lot of protein because they say that's good for diabetic. And that's what I've been trying to do. Just try to stay away from. I still don't eat pork. But pork got a lot of protein. Pork got a lot of protein in it. You know what I mean? But I haven't ate pork since shit 88, 89. Yeah, about 89. Because that's where the whole movement with the rappers with the big beads and know the pork and all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? The Muslim movement was at its all-time high in the early 90s, you know what I'm saying? So I was really into that. Let me go back to these comments right quick. I kept that one. I got Shantae's. Okay, Anthony said eating clean and eating once a day while drinking herb tea will have you feeling like an 18-year-old. And that's the thing, man. I got it some kind of way. And the only reason I don't drink a lot of water is because I do a lot of driving, and I don't want to have to keep on going to the bathroom. I do a lot of driving because I had that container that has like 8 o'clock. You drink at 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock. Like I said, I see shit on TV. I mean, TV or the internet or whatever. I just get it. You know what I'm saying? I had that. And that was working out fine, but I was going to the bathroom a lot. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of cut back on that, but I got to incorporate some kind of way, incorporate the water into my system. Um, okay, Shante said banana can spike your blood sugar, and I love bananas, and that's what I said. I mean, those are things like bananas, a lot of fruits, a lot of fruits. Grapes will raise your blood sugar too. I didn't know that neither, but grapes raise your blood sugar, and bananas. I love bananas because my grandmother used, before she passed away or whatever, God rest her. She used to make banana pudding only for me. The banana pudding only for me. I used to tie that sucker up. You know what I'm saying? Um, okay, Johnny said, but your body is at rest at night. Why would you want to take it then? But that's why I said, Johnny. I mean, she's asking why do I guess you asking why do I take the insulin at night because your body's resting. But that's what the doctor told me, and I decided to do it this way, and this not prescribed by the doctor to tell me to do it. I did it because I figure like I eat majority through the day, like if it's breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You know what I'm saying? Why would I waste insulin at? I used to take my insulin like used to take it like at 11 at night. So from 11 at night until I get up in the morning, if I have breakfast, from 11 at night to, let's say if I don't have breakfast, 11 at night to 12 in the afternoon, I'm not eating anything. So it's like insulin is just sitting there, not doing anything. You know what I'm saying? It's fighting what? You know what I'm saying? It's not doing anything. So then by the time I do eat, that even though it's 24 hours, the insulin is starting to wear down. So when I eat, anything I eat is gonna shoot my blood sugar up. So I kind of like I'm trying a new system or whatever. My doctor, I'd see him, I'd be like, he don't want to listen. You know what I'm saying? I like, you see like thousands, hundreds of people, whatever. You don't know how my body is reacting to certain things. I know what my body's acting to. Who told you to do that? Motherfucker, I did. Because I mean, I know my body. You don't know me. You know what I'm saying? You just know, you looking at a chart. I'm living this life, you know what I'm saying? So not saying he don't know what he's talking about, but he don't know what he's talking about. You need to regulate your day and not night. And that's why I started doing it like that, Jay. And that's what, and like I said, this week my blood sugar been straight since I've been doing it the way that I decided to do it. You know, take the insulin at night, the long lasting insulin at night. So I've been doing good this week. You know what I'm saying? Yesterday I had a crash though. I had crashed. My sugar went too low. My sugar went at 50, and it's supposed to be like an 80. My shit went 50, and it was steady dropping. Because what happened was I took the Humalog, which is fast acting insulin, and my blood sugar was already at like at a 120. But I was about to eat. What I ate was some a rotisserie chicken and some cauliflower rice or whatever. Now none of that have carbs. So the insulin that I took was like I took like 6 units of my insulin. I kid you not, because there wasn't no sugar or carbs in my system. Once that insulin kicked in, even though after I ate the chicken and the cauliflower, there was no. It was strictly protein. After I got finished eating, about I want to say 30 minutes, my stuff just started crashing, and I felt it because once your blood sugar goes low, you start feeling woozy. You like start like just talking shit. You know, you start snapping. You be real snappy because I know my wife asked me something. I was like, just it's like snapping, like what, it does something. So now I'm trying to find something to get my sugar up. So I got a whole bunch of Skittles around me. Everywhere I go, I have these because these bring my sugar up to a point that I need it to go. My cousin told me about that because she's a registered nurse, so she told me to keep some Skittles with me all the time. But I was crashing big time, and I told my son and my wife, I like my sugar's going low. I'm gonna go to sleep. Just watch me or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I woke back up at 1 o'clock. I was straight then, but then, like I said, I was like, man, I noticed I didn't have no carbs, you know what I'm saying? Because usually when I eat stuff like that, like chicken or whatever, I used to have bread, but I ain't had none of that, you know what I'm saying? So, but I crashed out. I crashed out big time. It was at 50 and it was steady going down. I was eating Skittles like it was nothing. Then I had to eat something else to bring it up because it wasn't going up fast enough. So I finally got it to a place that I was actually comfortable to go to sleep. But I told my wife just to watch me because I was crashing out big time, big time. Okay, let me go through the thing. Johnny's cities grow. Okay, Johnny says Seedless grows in the lab next to the broccoli. Yeah, and I don't know them seedless. I don't know what the hell how the hell you grow a watermelon without seeds. I don't know how the hell they do that. But broccoli, I can eat broccoli. Broccoli, they don't do nothing to my sugar though. I try to. The cauliflower actually has been my go-to when I've got a taste for mashed potatoes or something like that. I usually boil that and smash it up, and it tastes like mashed potatoes to me. You know what I'm saying? So if I put a little seasoning in there, it's good. Cauliflower is my go-to right now. Drink a cup of hot lemon and water a day. And that's what I said, Johnny. So I'm trying to get that water in my system on a daily. Because usually when I take, and this is the bad thing about me with taking insulin. When I take my insulin, I don't drink anything. So it's like I think the insulin that's not for me. I'm just thinking out the top of my head, like if I'm not drinking anything, where's the insulin going? If I'm sticking myself with insulin, if I'm not drinking anything, it's not flowing nowhere. It's not going around like it's supposed to. So I'm just like I said, I mean, I don't know everything. I've been dealing with this like a little bit over 15 years. I'm still trying to figure shit out. You know what I'm saying? I'm just enlightening y'all what's going on with the body, you know what I'm saying, when you're dealing with being a diabetic. And I wasn't even supposed to be on here this long. I told Al I was gonna be on here for like 10, 15 minutes. I'm already at 40, 40 minutes, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, the thing is, I think these are things that people should know. I mean, just because if somebody say they're diabetic and then you're like, oh, they don't look like they're diabetic or whatever, because I look at people like, yeah, diabetic, he eating that. I like how they doing that, you know what I'm saying? But what you see on these people, when you see people live or see people having fun or whatever, when they go home, they deal with the shit. You know what I'm saying? They deal with the shit because I'm one of the ones. I mean, you may see me out going bowling or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But if I did something or ate something I wasn't supposed to, I'm catching hell at home, you know what I'm saying? Because I got to deal with, I don't deal with it as much. I don't deal with going to the bathroom like I used to, like I said, when I first got diagnosed. But the whole blood sugar going up and down or whatever, I got to deal with that shit. And I try to find shit to even this shit out, you know what I'm saying? So if you see somebody that's diabetic and you think like, how they eating that? Yeah, you see them eating it, but they catch hell when they get home. You just don't see it. You definitely don't see it. Um, Johnny said fruit, uh, juice the fruit and add apple cider vinegar. Yeah, the fruit, they say anything berry is good. If it got like blueberry, strawberry, anything that's berry is good. I mean, and I got a whole bunch of that. Um, I got a whole bunch of that. And like today, I think today I had another, leftover rotisserie chicken and I did a salad. So my blood sugar right now, I can tell you right now, let me look at it because I got my Libre. It's at 127. My shit been good all day today. It's at 127 right now. So, and it's gonna stay like that because I had my, pretty much had my dinner. So I'm not gonna I'm not gonna take any insulin today. I ain't gotta do anything. Anthony said, as long as you're taking insulin, your pancreas can't get better. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And, I mean, that's true. But shit, if my blood sugar is going sky high, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't want to be tapping out, neither. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta, if I stop taking insulin, I'd rather gradually do it than stop all like tomorrow say, I ain't taking no insulin today. Because I did that one day. And that was the day that I was in Atlanta that I started crashing out too. When my blood sugar went up sky high to the full 300, you know what I'm saying? And they said if I would have got there, if I would have came in, I probably wouldn't have woke up. So I gotta watch that. I mean, I could do that, but if I do that, it's a chance that it probably won't work out well in my favor. But I could gradually try to get off of it, but that's just hard. That's just hard right now. It's shit I gotta deal with. Okay. Okay, let me see the couple of these questions before I try to get up out of here. Like I said, this just a small little sample. Like I said, it's Jesus Hustle. Like I said, we not Al took a day off or whatever. Because we coming back. I'm coming back tomorrow. I got a show tomorrow with Jason Price. That's Quentin Benson's brother that I wanted to bring him on because Quentin Benson had a good show a couple of weeks ago about his upbringing in the guards, and I wanted to bring his brother on and see how he felt. Because I know he didn't feel the same. He may have not felt the same as his brother or whatever, so he probably felt a little bit different. So I'm going to bring him on tomorrow. He's going to discuss his upbringing in the guards and then what he's doing. And Saturday, that's tomorrow at 8 Central, 9 Eastern. Saturday, it's the G's and Hustle After Dark. We got Azalea Hill going to be on the show. That show is going to be at 10 Central, 11 Eastern. You have to come in and tune in at that particular time of day because after that show is over, that show is getting deleted because there's going to be a whole bunch of shit being said on that show. So we don't want to put nobody out there like that because I also gonna have my number in there. It's a call in, so you can call in and talk your shit or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Then next week, like I said, I got a confirmation from Alan. We got another guest next Wednesday. Lolita will be in here just tagging along with us, and then next Thursday, the show I'm doing by myself is gonna be a couples show. I got my classmate Donald Barnes and his wife gonna be on the show next week, next Thursday, 8 Central, 9 Eastern. They 30 years of marriage. They gonna discuss how they, got through the trials and tribulations of being married for 30 years because everybody go through it when you're married, you know what I mean? So you definitely want to tune into that. I'm gonna make it fun. That show gonna be fun, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to get my wife on. She says she'll come on, but she never been on the show with me. So if she don't come on, it's still gonna be a good show. So let me go through what's up, Dino? I see you in the building. What's going on? Ronald said you can eat fruits even though if they have sugar. You can eat fruit even though they have sugar, but it has to be seed fruit. Yeah, that's what I said. It has to be seeds. Like I said, the blueberry, raspberry, and all that stuff is cool. I used to think apple wasn't good neither because when I used to eat apples, I used to take my sugar up a little bit. But now I guess my body kind of adjusting to the apples and stuff because I love apples. And I eat apples with peanut butter because peanut butter got a lot of protein in it. And like I said, for diabetic, it's good to have protein. So with the apple, I smear peanut butter on it to keep me going. So even if my sugar does go up for the apple, that peanut butter would balance it off. So I mean, that's something you could think about too. If you're a diabetic, if you like apple, you figure make your sugar go up, you could put some peanut butter on it to stabilize it, so you won't go crashing out or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Shantae said, "Yes, you definitely gotta advocate for yourself." Yeah, and that's why I said I do the Lantus in the morning now. Because I'm doing a lot of moving around. Like I said, I just feel when you take insulin at night, you're not moving around. You laying there for like what 7 to 8 hours or whatever. But now that I'm old, shit, I don't get no sleep. I get like I wake up about 4 o'clock in the morning. Like fuck, like now. I used to wake up back in the day. Your grandmother used to be up. Your grandma used to be up like at 5 o'clock in the morning. Like what the hell is she doing up this early? You know what I'm saying? Now I'm that person. You know, I'm that person now. You know what I'm saying? Just waking up at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Watching the news. Didn't understand it then, but I didn't understand it then, but now I understand it now. Uh, let's see. They read other studies and practice. I'm not saying don't listen to what they say, but pay attention to your. And that's why I said you got to pay attention to your body more so with what the doctor said. Because like I said, my doctor see patients every day, 5 days a week, maybe like 50 patients a day, and he don't see me. He see me every 3 months, and he makes. I got two. I got a nurse that see me 1 month, and he see me after the 3 months, because you gotta go, we gotta go every 3 months where to get tested, make sure you're good. So, for instance, I saw her in January. I gotta see her again in April, I think it is. The next time I probably will see him will be 3 months after April. You know what I'm saying? So he don't know what's going on with my body. So when he come in and see my chart, he see my lab work or whatever. He said, "Oh yeah, you doing this? You know, keep doing what you're doing." Da, da, da. And I tell him, "Okay, if my levels of stuff is great, okay, you're doing good." He asked me what I'm taking. You should know that, but he asked me what I'm taking, and then he said, "Okay, I'll see you in another 6 months." You ain't told me nothing. You know what I'm saying? You ain't, and I think this whole thing is a bunch of band-aid. This insulin is a band-aid. It ain't a cure. It ain't healing. Nothing. It's just a band-aid for it all. You know what I'm saying? And they're not gonna give you anything to heal it, because if they heal diabetes, you know how much money they'll lose. So you got to take it upon yourself to figure your body out. Figure your body out, because they don't care. They don't care, because if they heal the problem, there's no money. There's no money. So you got to figure it out in some ways yourself. You got to figure it out. You know. Let me see. Let me go through these. That's a lot of comments. I appreciate y'all joining me. Like I said, this one the show that I was planning on doing this long. What's up, Joe? Also, yeah. Also, before I go to these couple more of these questions before I get up out of here. Also, my birthday party got canceled due to the weather at last November, and I said I was gonna postpone it, and I did postpone it. My actual party will be April 18th. I have the flyer and everything up next week. I'm about to start promoting that out there. It's still 50 Shades of Gray. It's an all gray party. It's not mandatory, but it'd be good if you wear gray. It'd be good if you wear gray, and the gray symbolize I'm getting older. So 50 Shades of Gray. So all my 50-year-old cats or whatever who turned 50 last year, come out and join me. If you 50, 60, whatever, come out, just join me. It's gonna be dope. I mean, I had a plan how I was gonna do that, in November. Kind of got washed out because of the snowstorm or whatever, and I didn't want to take a chance of just nobody showing up or anything like that. So I decided to do it at least in the springtime, where I ain't worried about the snow. At least not the snow. Hopefully it's gonna snow in April. But it's April 18th. 50 Shades of Grey. Like I said, I'm gonna be promoting that starting next week. So be looking out for that. I want everybody to attend that because it's gonna be live. It's gonna definitely be live. So It's get in free. It ain't charging anything. You know what I mean? So back to these questions. Those are from the lab. Jay said those are from the lab. Yeah, like I said, those I don't know. Like I said, you can't even really trust the lab because I mean, if they want to keep you on, if they want to keep you on a lot of these stuff, I mean, how would you know what's going on really in the lab? You know what I'm saying? Okay, even if I wasn't diabetic no more, would they actually tell me I'm not a diabetic no more? Would they? Because they figured out, okay, he's not diabetic no more. Then people ask, what did he do? If I go around and start spreading the words how to get rid of diabetes or whatever, that'll crush their whole program. Uh, Johnny said, I just got on sweet potato fries. Not sure if it's healthy. Um, I don't know neither. But I love was one of the things I love sweet potatoes too. You know what I'm saying? And when I make sweet potato, I use the agave. I don't use sugar or nothing like that. I use the agave, or Ala put me up on this other what is that? It's not sugar. It's called stop. Damn. Al, if you ain't here, I can't remember what he said it was. I got some too. I don't know how to use it. It's supposed to be better than sugar. It's like a natural thing or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But monk, something like that. If you and Al, just put that in there because that's a supplement for sugar too. But I use agave a lot. I use that a lot to sweeten up my things, whatever. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Miss Williams? Dixie's in the building. How you doing? All my AG All Stars in the building. I'm glad you joined. And Dixie, you commenting. I am honored that you joined me today. I am really honored that you joined me, and you actually said something. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? She just said I found out that I'm a diabetic last year in May. My A1C was a 12. It is at 7 point. You're doing good. It was at 12.4. Now it's at a 7. You're doing good. Like I said, I only could tell you what I've been through. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, those things you gotta watch out for. And it's kind of hard to do. It's kind of hard to watch your die when you got other people in your house that, you know what I'm saying, that you don't want to deprive them, but if they with you or whatever, they should understand or whatever. And my family do, because some things I wouldn't even touch or whatever. And they kind of like go along with the program. But then it's like I said, when I'm out and about or whatever, I kind of like fall off a little bit. But like I said, those potatoes, potato chips, and all kind of chips, any kind of chips is not good for you. But do that stop me from eating it? No, because I like hot stuff. I like Jay's hot stuff, you know what I'm saying? And I don't eat it every day, but if I see it in the store, you best believe I'm grabbing it. You know what I'm saying? I'm grabbing it. But it's in portions. I don't pig out on it like I would, like I used to when I was a kid, because my body can't take that anyway. That hot shit. I can't take that shit like that. Anthony said, you become a vegan, you will not have any health problems. I'm living proof. I tried the vegan thing and I tried it. I tried it. And like I said, bro, it's hard. It's hard when you got a family. It's hard to do those things when you got a family, you know what I'm saying? And maybe that's just a psyche of it with me that you know, that I say that. It's maybe a psyche thing that maybe I just don't want to do it. But like you said, I mean, it may help me, but like I said, my insulin, I mean, I'm a type one. First they said I was a type two, then they said I'm a type one or whatever. So I don't know what the type I'm. I'm a type that go figure out myself what I am, you know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to get off this stuff. So I'm type, I'm type myself. I'm type that, I'm type that. I'm type whatever I want to be. So I say many doctors treat blanket symptoms but don't get to the root of the cause. That's why I said they don't get to the root of the cause. I mean, they don't get to the root of it, and they won't do it. They won't do any disease out there. They're not trying to cure. They trying to pacify it for you to keep on coming back or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They keep on coming back. And I think one thing that helped me out with my diabetic and keep my A1C low and things like that was my job. It's a coach. A coach been helping. They call every once a month or whatever, just check and see what I'm doing. They've been trying to get me to go do exercise and stuff like that. So I do a lot of push-ups, you know what I'm saying? I've been trying to get in the gym, but I just haven't, I've been lazy. They say I need to get to the gym. But when I first got diagnosed with being a diabetic, I was two. My max weight was 230. I was big, and I didn't even know I was big. I didn't know I was big until I'm at the weight I am right now. I went from 230. Right now I'm at 163. So I lost a lot of weight over the years or whatever. Over the years, I lost a lot of weight. So that's they said one part of the issue. I was overweight or whatever. Then you lose the weight, then you still find out you got diabetic. You kind of get frustrated, and then you're like, man, I don't know what the hell they talking about. So now you start figuring out, try to figure things out for yourself. Because once you lose the weight and then you still diagnosed being a diabetic and your A1C still messed up, you kind of get discouraged, you know what I'm saying? And start doing doing what you normally would do, you know what I'm saying? So, but I feel good though. I feel good. Being carrying all that weight, I mean, and a lot of that weight was like sugar. And that's why I was going to the bathroom a lot, you know what I'm saying? A lot of that was sugar. So once the weight left me, I feel better. And I feel better. It's just I'm just watching. I'm addicted to watching my blood sugar level on this Libre. You know what I'm saying? That's addictive. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to be crashing out and things like that. Joe, I hope you do come up to the I hope you do come to the party, man. It's April 18th, man. I'm gonna make sure this is gonna be one of the parties that nobody want to miss. You know what I'm saying? So if you miss it, you go see it. You go like, damn, I should have went. It's gonna be cracking. It's definitely gonna be cracking, man. Playing nothing but good music, man. I ain't playing none of this new shit going on out here. I ain't playing none of that new stuff at all. You know what I'm saying? So definitely, if you could make it, man, definitely come, man. If you can't understand, you out there in Texas, you know what I'm saying. So it is good though. Saute said try and bake sweet potato with saute, coloring pepper, and the spinach. Really good. You got the ingredients. You got the ingredients. I'll tell you. I mean, you got it. You got it. Like I said, I like sweet potato. Like I said, sweet potato is good. And like I said, today been a good day for me because my blood sugar been my blood sugar been straight all day today. What I ate today, I didn't eat breakfast. I did eat lunch. I went to Subway. I went to Subway. It had bread, but because my blood sugar was already intact or whatever, I took my insulin. I think I took like 4 units. I had a 6 inch, and I actually had potato chips too. But but because my blood sugar been straight all day today, it didn't raise my sugar at all today. So then when I got home, I did the rotisserie chicken and the salad. So like I said, my blood sugar right now is good, man. Like I said, what I said last time was 127. It's like 134 right now. So I mean, it's still staying in a normal range for me. You know what I'm saying? So which is cool. Um, let's see. Okay. Yeah, man, come, man. Definitely come out, man. Like I said, 50 Shades of Grey, my birthday party, man. It's gonna be off the hook, man. I'm gonna make sure that Anthony said the doctor may be lying to you, bro, about you still being a diabetic. To a certain degree, I agree with that. But then, like I said, yesterday when I had crashed out and I was like kind of like dizzy or whatever, and I saw my blood sugar going down. Something's going on. Something's going on. I'm not. Something's going on. Not saying that they know everything, but when I start crashing out, you know what I'm saying. My blood sugar started into the 50s, and then 48. I was getting like dizzy, you know what I'm saying, and then I started like spazzing out a little bit, you know what I'm saying. So, and my wife know when my sugar get low because I start spazzing out on little stuff. The littlest thing make me snap when my blood sugar started to go down because when it hit like 69, my Libre would go off on my phone. It'll go off and start beeping. So then I check it, and then I was like, okay, let me see what they do in the next 30 minutes. But then if it's still going down, I got to get the Skittles out to get it back up. So the doctor could be lying to a certain degree, but like I said, I'm hitting those symptoms that I'm getting those symptoms though. I know that for sure, bro. But I'm gonna tell for like another 5 minutes. I'm gonna get up out of here. Like I said, this wasn't supposed to be this long. It's supposed to be like a 15-minute session, but I feel I had to say something, you know what I'm saying, to come out here on our day on Jesus and Hustlers. Like I said, when we go do an episode about health And I'm also, like I said, I mean, and they're not even they're not paying me to promote this. The blood detox. They're not paying me for this. I mean, if it start working, I'm gonna say they got to do something because I put it out there now. But I'm gonna let you know if it works because I'm not. I mean, if I'm taking something, I'm gonna keep it real. Like y'all know me, I'm not getting paid for none of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? If I feel something's working, like I say, everybody body is different. So you could try it, but it may not be for you. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm trying that blood detox. It's herbs. It's herbs. They got a whole bunch of words in it. I don't know what the hell it is neither. You know what I'm saying? But it's herbs. You know what I'm saying? The dandelion, the cinnamon bark, and I don't know none of these other motherfucking words they say. It's like about three more other ingredients up in there. I don't know how to say them, so I'm not about to butcher it up neither. So, let me see. Sante said, "Could it be your diagnosis need to be adjusted? Doses need to be adjusted." You know, no. What Shante? What happened was, like I said, I was at 120. My blood sugar at the time before I ate yesterday, before I crashed, was on 127. I took, like I said, 6 units. I took 6 units because I was about to eat. I didn't know what the cauliflower was going to do, even though I know it didn't have any carbs or even the chicken, because that's all those are straight protein. You know what I'm saying? I think the cauliflower had like maybe like 3 grams of protein or whatever, if that, you know what I'm saying? Probably didn't have anything. But I know the chicken, rotisserie chicken, that's up into like the high 20s, maybe the high 20s of protein. So there was no carbs at all. So the insulin I took just went straight through me, you know what I'm saying? So that's what happened with that. That's why I crashed. So that I guess once the insulin hit the system with no carbs, instantly it went down real fast, like hella fast, like quick. Because I was watching TV, all of a sudden I felt a little dizzy. I was like, oh shit, like it's going down. Then my Libre went off. Like I said, I tried to give it like a little 30 minutes before I actually do something to get it back up. But it didn't take 30 minutes. And man, that shit started going down so fast or whatever. I had to get them Skittles real quick. Then I had to get ended up taking some Skittles. I had to get a motherfucking half an apple. You know what I'm saying? I had to get that up because it was crash. I was going down big time. Big time. Okay, Anthony said you should make your own herbal supplement and start getting paid. But bro, if this worked, even with this, because they said it's supposed to be for diabetics and the blood pressure or whatever. So far I ain't had no complaints. It just and do it taste good? It tastes like tea, and I don't even like tea. You know what I'm saying? But in order for me to figure it out, because they said you can send it back. But how you gonna send it back? How you gonna send the shit back? If you use the shit, you know what I'm saying? So that whole part is like a gimmick. You know what I'm saying? You can send it back if it don't work. How you get your money back? You know what I'm saying? Shit. But I'm gonna use it because I know it's herbs. It say I'm gonna put it up there so y'all can see it, and I'm put the back on so I can see the ingredient. Because maybe, and you know what it is. I don't know. Okay, this is what it is. I don't know if it's straight or not. If I gotta, but that's what it is. 100% woodcraft herbs. This is good. The guy from Jamaica, whatever he make it, and here's the ingredients. The ingredients at the bottom. Like I said, I can't read some of that. I can't read some of that stuff. I ain't gonna even try it. So, but once again, I've tested it out, and like I said, if it works, I'll let y'all know. I'm gonna let you know it works for me, and you can try it if you want to. If you don't, try other things that try to help you with it. Because I'm just trying not to. I'm trying not to use a lot of insulin or try to get off insulin. Period. Because I think I said in the beginning why I wasn't taking it serious and I didn't know anything about this shit. I was taking too much insulin. I was pumping myself up with like 20 units of insulin, like 20. That's a lot. If people that were diabetic know, that's a lot. That's because I was going off the top. Like, okay, I'm about to eat this. Give me 20, insert 20 units of insulin. That's a lot of insulin. A lot. So that was blowing me up. That was blowing me up too. That's how I gained that weight too. Because I was getting blown up by that shit. That insulin shit. I was taking too much. too much. So soursop fruit. I, I know Anthony told me about that. He said soursop fruit, soursop leaf, cure cancer and diabetes. The thing about that, Shantae, is no, I'm not Shantae. Anthony said that. I know Anthony. It's kind of like I said, bro. It's hard to find people that got the good stuff here without it being tampered with. It's real hard to find those things, you know. And you won't be able to bring that stuff from where you at because they go check all that. They go take all that because they gonna know what it's for. They gonna know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Um, and none of that's like I said, that's sour sop and that's it's like we got a little tangy taste to it. You know what I'm saying? It's not it don't taste good. But like I said in the beginning, if it don't taste good, it's usually good for you. If it tastes good, it usually is not. It usually not good for you. So, but if I could find somebody that got the real good stuff that is natural instead of putting other stuff on it, like if you see the ingredients, if it say it got the sour sop or even it got uh beet roots, if they start adding other stuff to it, like you don't understand, like this, even with this herb, but I know the dandelion and all that stuff or whatever, but it said it's natural. I mean, um, natural herbs. But when they start talking about that other stuff, like other ingredients and stuff that's not herbs, it's been tampered with. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of hard to determine what's good, who got the real stuff, and who don't. And I don't know why doctors don't never say, "Hey, you ever try these herbs or herbs?" They never prescribe, they never, they never say take herbs. And why is that? Why doctors don't never say you take some herbs? They'll tell you take some pills. They ain't gonna tell you take no herbs. Because my I got a health savings account, and they want. I had to buy this with my own money. You know what I'm saying? I can't put that on my health savings account. They were like, "What the fuck you doing?" You know what I'm saying? You trying to get well? We ain't can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So, but hey, once again, let me give y'all a rundown what's going on this week. Like I said, Jesus Hustlas. Today I came on solo. Like I said, I took the day off or whatever. Um, Tomorrow, I'll be on tomorrow at 8 Central, 9 Eastern. I got Jason Price that gonna be joining me tomorrow. That's actually Quentin Benson's brother. And like I said, I had Quentin on 2 weeks ago. It was a good show. It was a real heartfelt show because I mean, some stuff that you may think you're going through when you was a kid that was rough. If you could go back and look at his story on the show, you'll be like, damn, you know what I'm saying? So I wanted to bring his brother on to see that he had that same effect. You know what I'm saying? So I'm bringing Jason Price on tomorrow. His brothers, I went to school with his brother, Joshua Price, Calvin Price. You know what I'm saying? We call him Josh, Calvin Price, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So he'll be on tomorrow. This Saturday, we got Jesus Hustlers After Dark. Azalea Hill will be on joining us. And as I stated before in the beginning of the show, when we do that show, you want to be in, you want to tune in that exact time because after that show is over, that show will be deleted. There will be a number attached to it. You guys can call in, talk your stuff, and then we're gonna delete it. Like I said, we're gonna delete that. We're not gonna keep that on the podcast or whatnot. And then next week, next Wednesday on Jesus Hustlers, Lolita will be on joining us. I think she's from the hood. She from the hood. I didn't know her. Alan know her. So, but I'm a type of person I can talk to anybody. So she's going to be joining us next Wednesday. Next Thursday, a show that I got that I'm trying to build up. Next Thursday, on CedItUp Production, I got my classmate Donald Barnes would be joining me with his wife. He would be on this. He'd be on the show talking about how he's been married for 30 years, and that's a huge accomplishment. So I want to bring that on the show to bring something a little bit different to the podcast. I don't want to. I see a lot of podcasts that talk about a lot of stuff. When I do these podcasts, it's not like we just come in here just talking shit. Nah, it's a process. It's something that I'm trying to get out there. It's not like I'm just doing some shit. I'm trying to bring something that's going to help us. You know what I'm saying? Like me talking about my diabetic. issues, whatever, you know what I'm saying, high blood pressure, stuff like that. I want to do something that's help, but also have fun with it as well. So I'll be having Donald Barnes and his wife on next Thursday, 8 Central, 9 Eastern. What's up, Reno? Reno, my guy. We played baseball together, man. We were growing up, man. What's up, Reno? So that gonna be a couples thing. Like I said, I'm gonna try to talk my wife into coming on there, and like I said, we two different people. You know what I'm saying? I'm from the hood. You know, I'm from Argyle Garden. She's not from there, so I do things different. I did things different than she did. You know what I'm saying? She see things different than I see things. I see a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? So it'll be interesting to see how we could talk. I'll probably hear some stuff from her that I didn't know. Even though we supposed to talk about everything and know about everything, but some stuff probably come out. It's like couples retreat. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about things, you know what I'm saying? Just try to put something out there, put some positive out there. It ain't gonna be all negative. Yeah, Terry, they'll lose money. Doctor stuff lose money with all that stuff. And like I said, I ain't about to fall into that category because they just sent me CVS just sent me a message talking about my prescription ready for that blood pressure. I'm gonna go get it, but I'm not about to use it. Like I said, only way I'm gonna use it if I see my blood sugar at a 200 or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But it should be at no 200. I don't know why my blood pressure been up and down or whatever. I ain't been doing nothing. So. But once again, this is CedItUp Production with Jesus and Hustlers. Man, I appreciate y'all joining me. I was, like I said, I came in solo. Didn't know if I was going to have this many people on joining me to watch this podcast because I was only planning on being on here for 15 minutes, but I actually did an hour. I did good. You know what I'm saying? So, and also before I leave, I got another, like I said, when we do these shows and I do these shows, it's a purpose. I'm working on doing a show about mental health. I got I got some therapists that's supposed to join as well. I'm putting that together, so I should be doing that in a couple of weeks to do that by mental health. Because I see a lot of stuff on social media about. I saw two girls that kind of spazzed out, and I said it's that time because a lot of people going through some stuff that you won't even know. You could catch somebody at the wrong time that's going through some stuff. Like you could be driving, somebody cut you off, and you raise up the middle finger, but you don't know what that person been going through, and that could turn into a tragic thing. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be mindful what you say to people because people could be going through some stuff that you don't even know, and they could just spaz out. That could be one of the days they just spaz out, and some things could happen. So I'm working on that process. Hopefully, I can get that show within the next. If not before this month is out, definitely before. I mean, by the first week in April. So I'm working on getting the therapy lady come on to talk about mental health. Definitely want to tune into that too because I know a lot of people go through some stuff. I go through some stuff. I went through some stuff. You know what I'm saying? So because back then, when going through some stuff, growing up in the neighborhood or growing up in the project in the neighborhood, we was always taught suck that shit up, get over it. You know what I'm saying? But people could be going through some real life stuff. You know what I'm saying? That was our whole thing of getting over some shit by somebody telling you to get over it, toughen up, stop acting like a pussy. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, those the way that was our therapy. You know what I'm saying? But now that you're older now, because back then we didn't know nothing about no mental health or whatever. We just told you to man up or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So definitely want to tune into that because like I said, I'm gonna try to get that before this month is out. If I don't, I'm definitely gonna work on that. We're definitely gonna have that the first week in April. First week in April. Before I get out of here, let's say Reno said, I have high blood pressure and your blood pressure is high. Eat lime and drink lime juice. Drink lime juice and it will bring your pressure down. Okay. I'm gonna look into that, Reno. He said take some lime, drink some lime juice. And the thing about that, I know lemon and lime. They can't really. They can't. Well, I can't say they can't fuck with it because they could fuck with it. You try to do some natural stuff because they can still spray it. You know what I'm saying? But I could do the lemon and lime. I try that, Reno. I'm gonna definitely try that because I love lemon, but I don't take it in as much as I should. But I'm a get some lemon tomorrow. And I could, when I come back on, I'll let you know how that went though. Appreciate the suggestion or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But once again, this is CedItUp Production, man. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Like I said, tomorrow, I'll be back on tomorrow to talk my stuff with Jason Price. So tune in, check me out tomorrow. Okay, he said just lime, not lemon. Okay, I definitely do that, Reno. I'm gonna definitely pick up some lime tomorrow. Matter of fact, I'll do that tomorrow while I'm at work. So, but once again, check with me tomorrow, 8 Central, 9 Eastern, when I have Jason Price on. So until then, this is CedItUp Production, and I'm out of here.